Today we're going to go over cervical neck exercises. Main thing is we want to get the motion to the neck to where it's moving from both sides, but also we want to feed the disc. It's really important once we correct an area that's been misaligned, we get the contracted muscles back stretched to where the new position should be. The problem is if it stays like this and we never stretch, it's going to come right back. Your problem. So the thing we want to do is once we start getting a patient out of pain is then start working on them, starting to do some of their stretches. To stretch, what we want to do, at first we want to pick out something straight across from us. The reason why I'm saying that is we want the head good and level. Sometimes what I'll do, I'll put my thumb in front of my nose to where I've got something to rotate on. So if I'm stretching this side, we're going to look here, put right in front, and then we're going to reach up over with our hand to the side of our neck, to the side of our head, and then we're going to stretch to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you notice, I'm trying not to raise my neck, raise my nose or lower my nose. We want to keep it good to the side. Okay, we're going to do that for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As I'm doing this, I'm visualizing that disc, say like a dry sponge. That's a sponge you put underwater. As that sponge opens up underwater, it pulls in nutrients and lets out waste. Well, that's what you're doing when you're doing this. You're feeding the disc. That motion is what's feeding it. It doesn't have an artery or vein that goes to it. So we want to stretch in that way. Same scenario with the other side. I'm going to reach up, got my imaginary line, or I'm picking a word out across from the room from me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That sponge, that disc. It's letting out the nutrients, pulling the nutrients in, letting it out, keeping it healthy. We want to work on our stretches 5 times, hold for 5 to the right and also to the left. Now if it's really painful or you're having a lot of radicular pain down this arm, we don't want to necessarily right here at first go toward this and aggravate this. We want to go away from the pain. So that's what we'll look at doing. If this is the arm that's really bothering me, I'm going to go away from it real lightly, and then once we get you into more of a less acute stage where it's not painful, we'll increase more of the motions 5 times, hold for 5. The other thing is rotation. We want the nose good and level. We're going to rotate around. I use the thumb and forefinger to my chin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not pressing real hard. It's just a light guidance. My active range is from here to here. Once you get to your active range, you want to go into passive range. That's where it's actually helping. So right here to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same scenario here. Here's the end of my active range where it starts getting a little tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Being sure not to press on this and then inflaming the TMJ, but using this, or if you have TMJ, you may want to work with more of a pull, a light pull. But those are some of the things that we're going to do as far as getting this area moving as far as your stretches on your cervical spine.